In the crucible of heat that was Hangtown, 15 years after his first ever national motocross win at the same venue, and just 1 week removed from battling with Jett Lawrence for most of the second moto in the season opener, Eli Tomac went one better. Taking the victory in Moto number 1 to set up another battle of the ages going into the second. But we didn't get it. In the first race, the great starts for Jett and Hunter and Honda went temporarily missing. Aaron Plessinger led for almost the entire race, but ultimately succumbed to the heat and then the four-time champion Tomac. In that second race, though, the fortunes of fate reversed. Largely because the Lawrence brothers realized that, like everyone else, they had to run the scoop tire, changing from the first race when they didn't. And the dynamic duo were once again out front early. Jett started in front, with Hunter in tow. In some ways, it was a carbon copy of the second moto at the previous round. Except it was Star Racing's Cooper Webb, who actually crossed the whole shot line just before either, splitting the brothers instead of Eli in the early going. The other Cooper, Justin, would later push past both Hunter and Webb, as would Plessinger. Bumped around right out of the gate, Tomac entered the first turn nearly last. Methodically working his way into the top 10. Only to wash the front and have to do it all over again. And at the end of the day, it was again Lawrence on top, with his 16th 450 overall in 17 attempts, capturing the only win that had gotten away at the very same track 1 year ago. With AP and Justin Cooper standing on the box alongside Jett. Thunder Valley Motocross Park in Lakewood, Colorado has been a cornerstone of the Pro Motocross Championship for decades, and this weekend the track will host a race for the 21st consecutive year, giving it the third longest active streak. Only Redbud and Spring Creek have longer concurrent runs on the schedule. Thunder Valley is located at an elevation of over 6,000 feet. It can claim the distinction of being the highest professional motocross event in the world, perhaps appropriate given Denver culture. Spectacular Rocky Mountain backgrounds and a clear view of almost the entire track from multiple locations make it one of the best nationals to attend. Highly recommended. The newer Thunder Valley hosted its first race on a hot day in July 2005. But the history of outdoor national motocross at the location actually dates back some 40 years, with Lakewood Cycle Park hosting 7 nationals between 1979 and 1987 on the same parcel of land about a mile down the road. In 1983, at the original track that obviously bears more than a passing resemblance to the newer facility. In the penultimate race of the season, it was the legendary David Bailey on his way to his first Grand National Championship.
The next to last event on the national circuit. Much like the fans all across the country, the Rocky Mountain motocross spectators are just as vocal for their favorites.
Montana! David Bailey! Montana! David Bailey!
A strong performance by Bailey here in Colorado could very well lock up his first 250cc national championship. But first, he'd have to get by Hurricane Hannah, Yamaha's Johnson, and Suzuki's Burnworth. Nothing comes on the silver platter in professional motocross.
Going into turn one, 32 guys in a very big hurry. Taking the whole shot at Suzuki's Burnworth, shadowed by the Honda Hurricane, number 12, Bob Hanna, and the little professor, David Bailey, number 11. Into the second turn, it's Burnworth and Hanna, elbow to elbow, side by side, and handlebar to handlebar. Bailey stands close in third, watching Hanna and Burnworth slug it out directly in front of him. If either one of those guys makes a mistake, Mr. Bailey's going to eat him alive. He looks to be okay, but he's definitely out of this one. A bad break for the Hurricane, but it's just the opening Bailey needed. Hanna walks his bike off the track as the beat goes on. I mean, are we having fun yet? Johnson, number 29, has got first, Bailey second. Here comes Billy the Bullet Lyles, number 33, going inside on Bailey to take second. This is outrageous. Bailey returns the favor on the next corner. Smoking Lyles and Johnson. Bailey's got the lead. Wow, Bailey takes the double Magoo in one jump, lapping a back marker. He is Elgato, Sayonara, Arrivederci. These are the good times.
From the inside, hit me from the on the left side and pushed me out to the outside, and a bunch of riders went by. My heart was doing the hummingbird, and I just didn't want to get any kind of a crash right in the first lap because the track was extremely slippery and everybody.
We asked his dad, world-renowned motocross instructor Gary the Professor Bailey, what advice he'd given his son.
Mostly just to stay relaxed, don't take any unnecessary chances, just gather all the points that he can toward the championship.
They're lined up for the start of the second 250 Moto. All eyes are on number 11, David Bailey. And there they go. Bailey looks to his right to see who got a good start. Bailey's on the inside looking for the hole shot. But it's Johnson, number 29, in the lead, with Bailey right at his tailpipe. The lead's changed hands now with Burnworth, number 16, in first, Bailey second. And there goes the little professor, already past Burnworth and into first. If he hangs on, this could wrap up his first 250 national title. Bailey is supercharged. He knows what a win here could mean. He is just letting it all hang out today. David Bailey takes the checkered flag for his second first-place finish in Lakewood. What a day for number 11. Is he happy? I mean, is he having fun yet?
That first Thunder Valley race, held in 2005, was swept by Ricky Carmichael in a season where he won all but 2 motos. Teams were really struggling to deal with the Colorado altitude and summer heat, especially since most factories were racing 4-strokes outdoors for the first time. Bikes were burbling, fuel was boiling, but, not surprisingly, Ricky Carmichael was winning. It was RC's first outdoor campaign on a yellow bike, after going 24-0 on red the previous season.
Moto number 1, 30 minutes plus 2 laps. You can see an uphill start
Horsepower is going to be key, and it looks like the Honda of Ernesto Fonseca with a start.
Ernesto doesn't weigh that much. You put him on that big powerful 450 on an uphill start. He better blow it bad, not pull the whole shot. He got over the gate. And I don't see, well, Ricky's in there, but he's going to have to work for this one.
Suzuki bringing Carmichael in the second. You see, or you don't see rather, Kevin Windham just in front of him. Windham able to separate himself from that second place battle for a while, just what he needed.
And I think that's why Ricky was so aggressive to make his move on Ernesto. I mean, he's always aggressive like that, but I think even more so because he understands that Kevin was pretty fast in practice and he can't give him a lead.
You hear the crowd cheering on Carmichael, or are they cheering on Kevin Windham because someone's actually leading Carmichael right now? Will someone stay up there? I mean, so far Ricky's lost twice this year. 2 Moto losses. Both times he went down. We have yet seen anybody beat him heads up, but hey, that's a race. You go down, I take the win. I'm still the winner.
Even though Kevin's riding well and his lines are coming together, he seems real relaxed. Carmichael is still inching closer. Now Kevin's got to worry about which line he takes, and that's exactly what Ricky wants him to worry about. Is, start riding defensive, and that'll create an opportunity.
Kevin Windham, one of the smoothest riders you will ever see. A lot of people compare him with you. It looks like he's just kind of floating out there. He doesn't have that ragged, just pinning at all-time hook to bring Carmichael, although Carmichael has really smoothed himself out over the years. But Kevin, I mean, he's just so smooth when he's right out there. He doesn't look like he's as fast as he actually is.
Yeah, he's real deceiving. He is fast, just not as fast as Carmichael. Ricky's really starting to put the pressure on, coming through that grass section. Let's call that the third hole. He came down the far inside. He's very aware that Ricky is there, and he's going to have to protect that inside a little bit from here on out.
All right, now, I was going to ask you a question, David, but it looks like Ricky's not waiting any longer. We saw that line by Fonseca early on when Windham got by him, but Ricky makes it happen and takes over the lead. I was going to say,
I can't believe the gap he's already opened up. I don't think Kevin thought that he was going to lose his spot back there in that sleeper. He was going fast through there. Just Ricky is so good at finding an opportunity and just not thinking about it, just doing it.
Fast, what's the adage? You're trying to keep it cool?
Well, the faster you go, the more air you get to those radiators and it keeps it cool, but you want to do that in the proper gear. There's no sense in over-revving these things and making it harder on the bike than it already is.
And what's the comfort that last lap? You can basically do a parade lap, take your hand off. He knew he was 20 seconds ahead of Kevin Windham in a nice cruise ride for him. You can see the crowd cheering for him all around the track. They love Ricky Carmichael. Bring him every place we go. Another victory for Ricky Carmichael. The number 4 takes it on that Fox Racing Makita Suzuki. Windham in front of Ricky Carmichael right now. So just like Moto number 1, Windham with a good start. He leads Carmichael. It didn't take Carmichael long once he caught up to Windham in Moto number 1. He separated himself from K-Dub. Let's see if K-Dub has anything for him. Ricky Carmichael going for 22 consecutive victories. Kevin Windham trying to stop that. Gets out of his preferred line there. Now Carmichael all over him going up this uphill. Carmichael keeps it low. A little Carmichael scrub. And he has position, or does he? No, K-Dub holds him up again, but Ricky charges harder down that downhill section. I mean, Kevin wants to be the guy that breaks his streak. Now's his best chance to do so. There's only one man who's going to win this championship. The rate he's going, that's Ricky Carmichael.
Storm is starting to move in too. These guys are probably glad this moto's about over. I felt these sprinkles. Carmichael this is a habit. I don't even know if this feels special for him anymore like it used to, because it happens every week.
In 2008, at the first nighttime national ever held, it was James Stewart, sweeping both motos in his own perfect season.
The race behind Stewart has been the toughest battle of the series, with Alessi, Ferry, Short and Millsaps changing up each weekend. The AMA Toyota Motocross Championship makes the biggest change of all when it goes dark in Denver. For the first time ever, motocross is under the lights and it's on speed. Yes, don't adjust your sense. You are seeing AMA Toyota Motocross racing at night for the first time ever. It's great to have you with us because this is history in the making. That statement is used far too loosely, far too often, but this really is a very special night in the history of AMA Motocross racing. Thunder Valley, Colorado, about 10, 11 miles outside of downtown Denver. James Stewart, if he wins this one, will overtake Ricky Johnson for 4th overall of all-time wins. Here we go, Moto 2, and unless he does it again, he is the best starter in the business. That is his 7th pole shot of the year.
The pressure is on Stewart to keep the winning streak going. And like he said, it's dark out there. It's different than the daytime. There's a lot of shadows. Now it's starting to tighten up. Mike Alessi looking at his pit board from his mechanic, getting the signal from Mike Gosler, getting the words of encouragement to keep at it. Stewart now is applying, a little mistake by Alessi.
Not quite there. James couldn't quite get that inside avenue. He pulled out as much as a 15-second lead over Alessi in the opening moto and then backed it off and cruised home. Now he's working for it. Sides through on the inside. Takes the lead as quick as you like.
Unbelievable. That was like a strike from a Cobra. It was out of nowhere. Right now, James Stewart is as good as I've ever seen him. You see him looking at the fans, pulling at the clutch, giving a little over rev. Now he's starting to celebrate. But he has been all business all weekend.
5 rounds, undefeated, every single one. It will be 10 starts, 10 wins for bike number 7 for James Stewart. Last couple of corners, couple of fist pumps, and he deserves to celebrate. This has been superb. He's coming to the line, James Stewart, and will just revel in this.
You know, all the team guys, everybody else worked so hard on Monster Energy Kawasaki to prepare the bike for him. James Stewart does the riding. This is incredible.
It's the perfect 10 for James Stewart. 10 starts, 10 wins in season 2008. It's all about Bike 7. It's all about the Green Machine and James Stewart. His own little piece of history here tonight.
62 combined AMA wins, combined motocross and supercross, surpassing RJ. That's got to be a great feeling. Look, he's happy now.
Lakewood has also been the scene of not 1 or 2, but 3 infamous season-ending crashes. In 2013, a photographer running across the track allegedly disturbed Stewart's focus, enough so that he crashed some 100 yards past where the shooter had crossed.
Michigan, we got the red cross flag along with the yellow flag. That says downhill double. There's a rider down.
And Stewart! It is Stewart who has gone down while leading this race. Not under pressure this time. Look at all the dirt on the bike. Look at all the dirt on his shoulder, Jeff. Unbelievable.
James Stewart is on the ground. We have riders all making their way around him. Tim, he's 4-0 for the year, and he's getting up deep in this pack.
The 2015 race at Thunder Valley is best remembered as an event where one of the most mercurial streaks we'd seen came to an abrupt and painful stop. Tomac won the first 5 motos to sweep the season's first 2 weekends before being injured at his hometown race. Eli was ahead by 14 seconds during the second moto when he hit a rut and flew over the handlebars. The then 22-year-old from Cortez suffered a torn left rotator cuff at the crash and dislocated his right shoulder. Eli Tomac missed the remainder of the season. And in 2016, it was the swan song for Ryan Dungey after he crashed in the early going of the second moto and broke his frickin' neck. Luckily, in a relatively small way. But Dungey's retirement was immediately imminent. Tomac's last moto win came at Pala, the final round of the 2022 season, where he swept both motos and clinched his 4th outdoor title. His moto win at Hangtown on Saturday came 1,032 days later. But falling, literally, to a 9th place finish in the second race of the day allowed not only Jett to extend his points lead, it also dropped Eli to 3rd in the championship. Just 2 races into the new season, Lawrence stands clear of the field by a 16-point margin. Plessinger is now in 2nd for the season, with Tomac 1 point back in 3rd, going into his home state race, Thunder Valley, where he has 2 wins and 6 tries, the last coming in 2020. The other in 2018. Jett is 2 for 2 at the venue, having won 3 out of the last 4 motos, following the perfect season in 23, and then trading moto wins with big brother Hunter last year, the very next week after his huge crash at Hangtown. Fans were denied another showdown between the legend that is Eli Tomac and the legend to be Jett Lawrence in Hangtown. Fingers crossed for Thunder Valley.